Japanese restaurant reviews are hilarious. Mari Krambu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is... No. Jay's away.
Jay's away. Dogs will play. Let the dogs bark because the dogs are going to play.
Hold on. Let me restart. Mari Krambu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. Jay is away. We like anime. And this is episode 181 of AniPro. And on this week's episode... we're going to answer a bunch of mailbag questions. We're just going to go ham with the mailbag questions today. We're going to do a catch-up. It's just me and Mike today. Jay is out gallivanting about the town, exploring, talking to people, I guess.
There's no chance of that. I can tell you that.
No, probably not. It was Jay's birthday this week, so we gave him the week off.
Yeah,
because
we're
not
so
in
like
nice.
a totally other city or anything.
No. He's
not
here,
halfway across our beautiful country.
Yeah, he's here. He's doing stuff. No, he's visiting family outside of the immediate vicinity, and Mike and I just said, you know what, we'll do it. We'll run with it. Yep. We'll have a good time.
We can do it. We're big boys.
Mike, how's it going? What's up, my guy?
Oh, it is going, and it is going superbly. I have been basically, as you might notice, not only is Jay gone, but so is like all my stuff behind me. I have like nothing back there anymore. I left these cabinets here. I should have put one on my left side, this side here. Yeah. In hindsight, because then I could be
framed.
If I would have known better, next week it'll be fixed, I think.
Well,
but the reason why everything has disappeared behind me is because I'm basically trying to like get everything in my house ready for a possible sale. Well, a probable sale. We're hoping we sale, but there's a few things that need to line up, right?
Definite sale. I'm manifesting it. I am putting it out there into the universe. I'm saying someone's going to buy your house. To be clear, it's not going to be me.
No.
But someone
some lucky fella is going to buy my house, or family, probably family actually, because that's usually what happens in our area. Like a family will move in. It's not usually just one person can buy a house, because you know what? They can't anymore. It's too expensive.
In today's economy, I don't think so.
No chance of that. But yeah, like I've just been like painting and staining and all sorts of business, and it's just like it's very tiring. It's very tiring. Yeah. But I hear you. Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to talk anime with my good friend Cole. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And other than that, honestly, not a lot is really new. Like I've just been grinding away on that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's all about the grind, you know?
Yeah, rise and grind. And then like the other thing is like I got back from all these trips and stuff. Ain't no trips coming up. Ain't nothing coming up. I'm just
ain't nothing.
I worked a full week of work last week. That was like, and the week before. Yeah, and it's just like that's too much. Who could do this?
There's that like moment when you come back from trips.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh right, like this is life. This is we're supposed to be like just working again, which isn't the most fun thing in the world, but
no, it's really not. Like
I guess it is what it is, though. I don't know, man. It's
you know what I mean though. Like when you get back from a trip and you're just like, oh, I'm just back to the same old. To the same old. And then it's just like post-trip depression, you know? It's kind of like post-con depression, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
it's a real
post-con. I guess, I mean, this isn't like big news, but I may as well share it with you on the podcast. Jay and I, we decided to split a room for for
Oh, you finally
Icon.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This has been years in the making.
Big news. We got a hotel room with 2 beds, so
King-size
Jay doesn't
bed.
have to sleep on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah. But Mike, you know what's really though? Couldn't get any rooms in the hotel that's attached to the convention center.
Oh, you went to a different one.
Yeah, we had to. It's
honestly
still like,
that one's quite expensive. So.
Extremely expensive. It was like twice as much as the one that we ended up getting. It's just like it's that one that's kind of like in behind kitty corner, very close to the convention center. It's like a block away.
Oh, then who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure like that one is expensive because it's essentially attached to the convention center. So like you could pay a premium for that, especially on like an Icon weekend.
Yeah. It's absurdly expensive though. Yeah.
You're gonna miss out on the cosplay pool party that happens at the hotel every year.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it every year, but I've never seen it. I've never glimpsed it, so I don't think I'm missing much in this case. No. It was just kind of like, it is so convenient to be right there, especially like if you want to like, for anybody who's ever gone to any anime convention, sometimes there's kind of like, a late night event. And after we're done with the AniPro booth and all of that, we can chill in the hotel room and have some fun times with friends.
So. Have you ever done that in the hotel room? Oh yes, we did last year.
Yeah, we did last year.
That's true. No, usually once the con's done, it's like we go for Cole goes and gets his fancy hot dog, and we all eat the hot dog with Cole, like Lady in the Tramp style.
Lady in the Tramp style, yeah.
And then we all go our separate ways and go to bed. But
no, Saturday night though.
Saturday night was different. You're right.
And it's fun, and it is fun. I hope you're able to be given the night off to do that. It was a good time.
We'll make something happen.
But I digress. I just thought that was a new thing that I haven't shared with you
for sure. And it's nice to know that you finally caved to Jay's whims, and you're sharing the room with him finally. He's going to be stoked. He's going to be stoked when he finds out.
Oh, he knows. Well, obviously he knows.
Well,
the episode just came happening. Out, so this is how he's finding out. Yeah.
Yeah, surely he listens to the episode. I'm curious. I'm actually curious because he's not going to be on it. I wonder if he listens to it.
I bet he will.
I think he might.
Hi, Jay.
I think he might. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
This is the test. We're looking right at you.
Yeah. Say hi.
Hope you enjoyed your time away, Jay.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome to hell.
Exactly.
Well, it's the long weekend though, Mike. Here in
is, buddy.
In real time where we're recording. Are you doing anything this weekend? At least.
Yeah, renovating my house. Very exciting, I know. And making trips of moving stuff out of my house because as you can see, the plan is to have it essentially empty. So that's all I'm doing. And frankly, it's May Long historically in AniPro land is always cold and rainy.
It can go one of two ways. It's either gorgeous because we've had some really good. I remember going out to your parents all the time for May Long, having a good old time.
Once in a while, but I remember actually getting snowed in at my parents on a May Long as well. So
this May Long though, not very nice.
No,
it's quite cold and rainy.
I don't want to be that guy, Cole, as an old man, but we do need the rain.
We do need the rain though.
The rain is good.
That is true. Yeah. We do need the rain, so I'm certainly not complaining. But I'm not doing anything too interesting this weekend either. I've got to go out to my dad's tomorrow. He's got
okay.
My dad, for everyone, is my mechanic because as a 33-year-old man whose father is a mechanic, I have never learned to do anything on my car. So he has to do everything on my car.
I mean, it happens.
And what am I going to do when he's too old to be able to do stuff? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess.
Cole, unfortunately, the answer is pay, I think.
Pay for stuff. Or we can reverse roles. He can hold the flashlight and I can get mad. classic dad move.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I think. So nothing going on this weekend. Very exciting May long weekend.
It's kind of fitting though. It's kind of fitting. I always feel like May long is like kind of. It's like it's a nice long weekend, but it's not like a good long weekend. Like it's not like a real like you're living large long weekend. I don't know. There's something about it. It's different. It's a different vibe to it.
I get that. But, yeah. To be clear, is May long weekend a thing in the States too?
I don't know. That's a great question.
United States. May long
probably
weekend.
Not because May long weekend is Victoria Day weekend.
It's Victoria Day, but they have Memorial Day.
Oh,
they have Memorial Day, which is kind of like Remembrance Day, but then they also have Veterans Day down there, which is the same day as Remembrance Day.
American May long week. Actually, when this comes out, it'll be American May long weekend.
Oh,
May 26th is their.
Well, there you go.
Holiday.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I guess Monday that's of May.
It's kind of appropriate then. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Memorial. Yeah, we'll see. Let us know if Memorial Day is also kind of a dud long weekend.
Yeah. This is your Canada fact then, I guess, for the American listeners. Our long weekend is the weekend before yours, I guess.
Yeah. We just do holidays before you usually. Yeah. Except for Thanksgiving.
No, we do ours before theirs.
Do we?
Yeah, ours is in October. Theirs is in November.
That's right. You're correct.
Yeah.
I thought so, and then I kind of second guessed myself for a second there. So I'm glad that you have like the voice of reason to like drive it back into like reality.
I'm here to actually you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, Jay is away, so simply you must.
Yeah. We must actually each other. That's what we do here. We're very supportive. You know what I've been getting into recently though, Mike, and it's awful. No. This is my latest obsession.
Oh,
and I think this happened last year, but then I tried watching some of it, and then I decided it wasn't worth it because the same person wins every single race every time. Come on, guess.
Formula One.
Formula One. Yeah, Formula One. But big news though, Max Verstappen doesn't win every race now.
Whoa, when did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at the results recently, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
He's not winning every race. Maybe now's the time to try to jump back in.
Maybe they like drug him before the race so that like everyone else has a chance.
Based on all of the like videos I've been watching recently on YouTube, I think it's because the Red Bull team is an absolute mess. And the only reason they do well at all is because Max Verstappen is a really good driver, but the car is like a dud this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think the McLaren team is really strong.
Right now, McLaren has the top 2 spots. I've just looked up. Verstappen is in 4th, and then where's his partner? Let's see how bad his partner is. Red Bull.
I think it's Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, he's in 10th.
Yeah. Well, the second seat in the team Red Bull is always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
There's a Canadian racing still.
Yeah, Lance Stroll. Everyone's least favorite racer.
Why don't people like him?
I think he's kind of a jerk. His dad is super rich, so like people accuse him of just being in F1 because his daddy pays for it. And he's kind of a mid driver.
Everyone hates a nepo baby, so that
everyone hates a nepo baby, and he's kind of mid. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been racing for like a long time, and he's just like never done much.
Yeah, I think he's
never really like been finished. Yeah, so it's like you know what there might be some truth to the nepo baby claims. I think so. I think just looking at it from the outside, and maybe there's F1 people like listening to this right now who are going to get really mad at me. I think he's kind of overhated a little bit. Like I think he's just mediocre. Okay.
But he's overhated because of my daddy pays for me kind of thing.
I mean that does rile people's it does wet people's whistles in a negative way for sure.
It certainly does. But I think I'm putting my weight behind the rookie driver for Mercedes.
Oh,
Kimi Antonelli, I think. Kimi Antonelli.
A.K. Antonelli for Mercedes?
Andrea
Kimi Antonelli.
He replaced Lewis Hamilton, who went to Ferrari. Yeah. Didn't you watch F1 a bit?
I've always wanted to get into F1, but the issue with it is it's like the races will be at like they're at completely random times, and they're like random days, and it like they're not local, they're all over the world, so like that's why they're random times and days.
Yeah.
So like I'll be like, oh yeah, I was gonna watch that race, and then it was like 2 hours ago. I'm like, dang it. I have to like set an alarm if I want to actually watch the Formula One race, which I just won't do.
I'll let you know, Mike. 8 a.m. on Sunday is the next race, and I know you're going to be awake. I know you'll be awake. Yeah,
I'm a 7 a.m. riser on the weekends usually. Yep. So
yeah, I'm gonna set an alarm at my dad's for 7:30. I'm gonna get up.
Oh, you're staying the whole weekend there?
Just the night. I'm going out tomorrow. And then, yeah, watch. Yeah, it's a long drive to have to drive back. You know.
I guess so.
It's like almost just over 2 hours to drive out there.
Yeah. But you'll do it. You're a big, strong man. You can.
I'm a big, strong boy.
Far and long,
and I like driving.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm going for Kimi.
Okay. I'll go for Lewis Hamilton because he's just been around forever.
He's been around forever, but he's on Ferrari, and Ferrari is
strong with Ferrari.
Pain team.
Why?
I've been watching too much like YouTube explaining videos. Like for the team of Ferrari just makes like the most absurd decisions all the time. There's a famous clip of somebody driving past the pit lane, and then they're like, "Okay, come in, like box, pit." And then he drives in, and they're like, "No, never mind," because somebody's already in their spot, and he just freaks out. He's like, "Why? Why did you call me in?"
Oh boy, you have to drop lots. You're gonna have to the heck out of this episode.
There's just two of us. There's just two of us this week. It'll be easy.
Yeah, you can search the transcript anyway.
Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do. The transcript.
But Formula One, interesting. It's one of those ones I always want to get into it, and I just don't. So maybe I don't like it, but I motorsports appeals to me. But
the idea of it is
the idea of it is attractive.
And honestly, probably some of the best like sports video games.
Oh yeah, the Formula One games are great.
Yeah, they're really fun. Well, Mike, it's just the two of us here. We scrambled for ideas to do this week.
Yeah, we did.
We were thinking. We had one idea, and then I said, no, how about this? And then you said, no, how about this?
It is true. Yeah. We are quite difficult, and we do have very like different views on what we want the podcast to be. So it makes it very hard to agree on things. And we're missing the like. So like one thing you suggested was a classic tournament, and I'm not a massive fan of tournaments to begin with, but they also just don't work with two people.
Yeah, because then it's just like, us endlessly arguing back and forth.
Yeah, and we don't have the tiebreaker. And I feel like for episodes, we need the tiebreaker for like just everything.
Yeah,
we need the tiebreaker of three people.
So what would make for a better episode between the two of us than to catch up on all of these mailbag questions that we have?
Oh yes, we have been falling behind. We've been falling behind.
We've been missing mailbags on a few weeks. So Mike and I are here to answer all of your questions, be they big questions or little questions,
tiny little ones.
We are here to answer them all for you. So
someone, you know what? Maybe they're not so little. Some might even say they're average. Actually, maybe even big questions. I don't know.
It's not about the size of the question. It's how you use it, I guess. Right?
Okay. I guess it's how it's phrased. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. So unfortunately, I don't have like a super mailbag drop, but I do have this one.
It's time for the mailbag.
It's mailbag time. If you got a mailbag question, you can send it to us over at our website, anipropod.com/mailbag, or at our Discord. These mailbag questions come from a combination of the two. We've got some from Discord. We got some that were submitted. We got some that all of these were submitted by real people and not by Mike.
Certainly none of these are, there's not one of these that's obviously a plant by the host. There's just no way that could possibly happen, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what's the first mailbag, Cole?
So the first mailbag was one that was submitted to us on our website from a totally real listener.
Oh, that's good. I like when totally real listeners submit questions. That's awesome.
Yeah, I always love the question submitted from Totally Real Listener. And their question is appropriate considering Jay's not here for this one. An excellent question.
They must have known somehow.
Yeah. What are your top 5 mecha/mobile suits?
So they're wise. They know that mobile suits are a term they use for not just Gundams. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. First off, I'm going to go with Optimus Prime. My favorite mobile suit. My favorite Gundam.
I don't think that's a Gundam, Cole, but it is a mecha, I think. And I want to use like the argument of like I'm craving being like that's not Japanese animation, Cole, but it is, isn't it?
Well,
it
kind
is.
of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
80s Transformers was done by I think Toei. I think Toei did.
I think so.
Transformers.
I think you're right.
Okay, I'll get us off here. What phrasing?
Wait, no, you already said Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime's a cool one. Which one specifically, though?
OG Optimus Prime, like OG, like
OG, like
old semi truck with the flat nose, like old school. But that's not my actual answer, Mike. Come on, I know what a mobile suit is. I know what a mecha is. I'm gonna go with one.
It needs to be piloted. That's the difference. A robot, education point for you. A robot, no pilot. A mecha is an extension of the flesh.
It is a
requires pilot
machine of war. Potentially,
more like a tank. More like a tank. Less like a drone.
Yeah. What if it was just like a mecha that was also a jet, Mike?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the VF1 Valkyrie from Macross. OG Macross, aka Robotech.
VF1 Valkyrie?
Yeah, it's just cool. It's a jet. It transforms into a mech. It's cool.
It's just straight up a jet like that. I'm looking at the picture here of it, like when it's in jet form, and it just this takes the opposite approach that I feel like Gundam usually takes with their transforming ones, where they've designed the mobile suit first, the mecha first, and then they'll design like the transformation after. Yeah. They started with the jet and then turned it into a robot. Exactly. It is a cool looking robot though.
It is a cool looking robot, and also, Mike, you gotta watch Macross. OG Macross. Yeah, OG Macross. It's terrific. It's really, really good. Same kind of like messaging as Gundam. Gundam's usually like anti-war and stuff, but like this is a little more hippy dippy, but like in a good way.
What do you mean by hippy dippy?
Like it's like, like love is the answer. Love will love, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But it's good.
I think I prefer Gundam's. I think I prefer Gundam's themes of space-noid supremacy.
Yeah. No, but you gotta understand, like a major concept of Macross is like proto-culture, and music is like proto-culture. It's the
what is proto-culture? What does that mean?
It's like culture before culture. It's the culture that we all share. It's like the supreme thing. It's cool. It's cool. You need to watch it. It's deeper than you think.
Mean by hippy dippy a little bit. Then okay.
It's deeper than you think. Macross is really good. I think it's 50 something episodes, so it's definitely if we were to review it, that would be a heavy review. But I would suggest to everyone that they should watch it. I would give it a certified, I think, for what it's worth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I really should watch it just because I'm a fan of the mecha genre, and like I feel like I could blast through that stuff in no time.
And it's a classic. It is legit like a classic mecha. 1980s, definitely riding the coattails of Gundam, but I feel like it's got enough uniqueness to it where it's not just a Gundam copy.
Yeah, that's kind of like I've always wanted to watch Pat Labor, I think it's called.
Yeah,
those seem cool too.
Yeah.
My first mecha on my top 5 mecha is one that's going to surprise you a little bit, Cole. It's one of my top mechas here. Okay, it's EVA Unit 1.
Oh, you son of a gun!
I know.
Can't believe
Evil
you've
of
done
me.
this.
I'm sure it's also on your list, but it's just like I don't know. When I think of like anime iconic mecha,
Mm-hmm.
to me, like the one that immediately comes to mind is not a Gundam, but a giant, I was going to say spoilers, mother of a mobile suit that,
Mm-hmm.
that just, I don't know, there's just something about it that it just looks so cool and so like stylistic. And I just love the colors of it. And just like everything about it just screams like anime and like vibes. I don't know. There's something about the Unit 1 that just does it for me. And for some reason, I just don't like really any of the other other mobile suits or mecha.
I like
Asuka's.
Which one's Asuka's?
The red one? Unit 2, I think?
Unit 2? Yeah, Unit 2.
It's fine.
Asuka's is cool, yeah. But yeah, definitely Unit 1 is like an iconic mech, you know? It's not only because like Evangelion is an iconic mech show, but like just the design of the Unit 1 is also just, all-timer. It's really good.
Yeah. It's not often you get mobile suits with teeth, by the way, too, which is a unique feature of the Unit 1.
Yeah.
Teeth
Also, it screams sometimes, which is unsettling. But
unsettling for sure. Yeah. But like, Unit 1 for me, it's right up there. It's probably my favorite actually, because it's just so iconic. It just is so iconic. What's your next one there, Cole? Now that I've stolen EVA Unit 1 from you, I don't think it matters if we overlap. I don't care.
Oh no, I hope it doesn't matter because I'm gonna say Evangelion Unit 1 as well. Now the question though is, Mike, which Evangelion Unit 1 do you like more, OG or Rebuild Unit 1? And now's the point where you ask me, I don't know the difference between the two.
Well, Cole, fortunately for you, I don't know the difference between the two. You could put them next to me, like in front of me, and I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I would just assume probably the more complex and kind of cool looking one. I bet you, if you put them in front of me side by side, I would say I like the new one better, like the Rebuild one. But I'm just going to say the original one just for the sake of being an OG. I don't know.
Okay.
What about you? Which one are you leaning to?
I'm actually going with the Rebuild one. I like the Rebuild one more. It's more like svelte. It's more streamlined. It's more like it's less broad. I don't know how else to describe it. Like it's more.
Oh, it's more hulking. It's more hunched over too. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I definitely like the Rebuild one better. Actually, I'm lying. I like it.
It's okay. You're not lying. You just changed your mind.
They've drastically improved it.
Yeah,
improved it.
It looks much better as in the Rebuild. Also, I like the designs in general in the Rebuild movies. They're really cool. And we're kind of getting the spiritual successor right now with G-Quarks. G-Quacks or whatever.
They really like merged the Gundam and EVA aesthetic a little bit, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that show slaps.
Nice.
That show slaps.
Yeah, that show does slap. Well, I guess that's my second one, which was also your first one. So your turn again.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with one that I know is not on your list, Cole. And it is a Gundam.
Okay.
But not really. That's not a Gundam.
Okay.
It's designed from a Gundam, I believe, if I remember correctly. I'm going with the mobile suit known formally as the Hyaku-Shiki, the golden mobile suit that's piloted by a little pilot known as Quattro Bagina in Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta Gundam.
I don't like that Quattro Bagina guy. I don't like that guy.
No, you don't like that guy? You don't trust him?
I don't
trust him.
What
if I told you, Cole? You might like his alter ego.
Yeah, what?
Casval Ramdaikun. Char Aznable. No, but the most obvious, like, if you haven't seen Zeta Gundam, it's like the most obvious. Basically, Char just grew his hair out and then put on glasses and started wearing like leather jackets and was like, yeah, I'm this guy Quattro now. You would never recognize me.
Yeah. Yeah, my name's Quattro. Who's this Char you speak of?
Yeah.
No, the Hyaku-Shiki is a fire mobile suit. I want that Gunpla. You have it. I know you do.
I do. You know, I haven't seen it in a long time, actually, now that you mention it. Like, you don't really see it that often.
Yeah.
It's a really nice mobile suit, too, because it's like the gold. The Gunpla is like gold-plated.
Yeah.
And like nicely
But not like,
gold plated. It's kind of like a matte gold plated.
yeah, it's not that chrome gold that they do sometimes, which is a little extra. It's a little
I don't
too
like
shiny.
It's too shiny. Yeah, this is a little more matte, a little more.
Mhm.
It would look nice on a car too, that gold color.
Ooh, yeah.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, Google MG Hyaku-Shiki and you will see it.
Yeah.
You will see it.
Listen,
it's a wonderful mobile suit.
Listen, listeners, this is for me and Mike to geek out over.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Gundam and mobile suits.
And like hopefully the algorithm does its thing and you kind of like, maybe you're like a Mecha dude too and you're watching this because you're like Mecha.
Mecha,
but probably
man.
not. Probably not. This is probably just me and Cole talking to each other for an hour for no reason.
Either or.
Either or.
I'll go with something from Gundam as well. Then, actually, my last 3 are from Gundam. I'll go with the Sazabi.
Okay, sweet choice.
I love the Sazabi. It was Char's last mobile suit, just big.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the logical like evolution
finale.
Of Char's mobile suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one behind you.
One. I got one right here behind.
You got a little one.
Guy.
I got a big
Cole's
boy
got the big
down
one
here.
Yeah. Which should tell you that we both. That's a great mobile suit, man. Char, that guy's got some good mobile suits. I'll tell you that for
some
sure.
Sweet mobile suits. Also, like they're just red, which is
red's a sweet color too.
Yeah.
The red Flash, red Comet.
Is the red Comet? Yeah. But yeah, the Sazabi is just a super unique design too. It's big. It's menacing. It's evil looking.
It's huge. Like it's a massive mobile suit. Like the ones from Char's counterattack, like those 2 mobile suits are like massive and both really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The new Gundam was on my short list as well.
It's actually my next Gundam.
Oh, excellent! I have that as well.
Yeah, so do I. Look at this.
Oh,
hey, how about that?
Hey.
How about that?
Hey, look at that.
Hey, the designs in that finale movie were wonderful. Even though the movie itself was kind of a mess.
A little bit, yeah. Like I liked aspects of it, but it felt kind of rushed. Like it should have been almost like some OVAs instead of a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Another thing that keen-eyed Gunpla builders will notice. Mike's a fan of RGs. I like my MGs. They're just bigger for my big hands. Yep. I can't show you them though, because
MGs are nicer. And like I have a single perfect grade. And like when I was packing it up the other day, it used to sit right up here. You'll probably, if you go back a week in the episodes, you'll see it. And man, are those nice. I really need to build my perfect grade unicorn. I really do. Because it's just like, it's so extra. It like feels so solid in your hands. But like, and then MGs are like right there behind them. They're right there behind them.
I don't have any perfect grades. Maybe one day. I'll get one.
One day. When you can spend a silly amount of cash on a bunch of plastic.
Yeah. But cool plastic though.
Cool plastic. Very cool plastic. And some metal, actually. I think.
Yeah. Oh, right. The new Gundam. Yeah, new Gundam sweet. New. It's kind of that logical progression for Amuro Ray's like mobile suits, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, the designs in that Char's counterattack movie are just terrific.
Oh, chef's
really
kiss.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, and like I got the RG with like the fins, which I think yours has the 2 fins as well too. Like what do you call
funnels?
them? The funnels. Yeah, that's right. The little like autopilot things that shoot people. I feel like those are cool, like a cool design for it too, because they also can like go on them as a backpack.
Yeah. So here's the
really
thing.
like
Here's the one aspect of the MG new Gundam that I don't like. The funnels are not very posable, and the stand that they come with kind of makes it impossible to use. So like I've got it only set up with I think 3 of the funnels, and the other ones are just like on its back still. So, yeah, where I see you have all 6 of them out, I think. I see them flying, buzzing about.
I bought the P Bandai kit to have extra funnels.
Oh, so there's like a million.
He actually has the backpack on and 6 funnels as well.
Oh, Oh my.
which is not canonically accurate.
Not canonically accurate.
But it looks cool.
So,
It's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, like,
'cause-
how often do you see asymmetrical design is cool? I like when things are asymmetrical.
Yes.
It's
I-
neat.
quick shout out to like the Turn A Gundam designs for that
Yeah.
reason. The asymmetry with some of those designs, super cool. Like who's the bad guy? What's the bad guy suit in that one?
The Turn X,
Turn X,
which is weird. 'Cause it's like very alien, sweet mobile suit.
Yeah, so like asymmetrical. Like neither leg is the same, neither arm is the same. Cody Bot has that kit.
That's a cool gunpla. It really is.
It's a cool one.
Cody
Bot for sure would give us Turn A Gundam, Mustache Gundam.
I do like the Turn A Gundam too. These are cool
too. Yeah,
Gundam has a lot of good designs. It really does.
Yeah,
and it's hard to pick just 5. Cole, it's hard to pick just 5.
Well, I can.
But we will.
In fact, the next one is my favorite Gundam, which appropriately is also behind you.
I suspected this one would make your list. Yes,
the Unicorn Gundam, which was actually my introduction into Gundam as well, proper.
Mine as well.
Yeah. Gundam Unicorn was the first Gundam I watched, and it's just epic the way that they like reveal the Unicorn Gundam and its like transformation and everything. It's just cool. I like it's all white, but then like when it transforms, it's got like the red underneath, like it's like about to explode. It's Gundam just has super unique designs with all of that stuff, and they nailed it, I think, with the Unicorn Gundam.
Unicorn Gundam really is peak too. Like, and the other cool thing is we both went and saw it in Diver City, Odaiba in Tokyo, which is cool to say as well. Yeah.
Did you see it transform?
You know, it's funny because like it only transforms at like I think every 2 hours. It transforms back. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
but like we were there. And it was like 4:00. I'm like, okay, it's going to transform at 5. Let's remember to get there and I can watch it transform. And then we're like, I forget where we were. I think we were in like the Hello Kitty store or something stupid like that. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then Shazana looks at me. She's like, it's 4:59 right now. And we're on like floor 3 and it's on floor 1 across the entire mall. And I'm like, bye.
Oh, you ran?
I ran. I actually ran.
Did you see it then?
I didn't actually catch it transforming. No, I must have got. But like, I think I heard the music playing like when I walked out, so I must have just missed it.
Just missed it.
Yeah. Did you see it transform?
No, I didn't. Yeah. But like, it's really cool seeing like the full size of how big they are
1-to-1.
Yeah.
And the Unicorn's a big boy too. It's a big,
I
think it's 22 meters or something like that.
Yeah. Big Gundam. And I just think it's sweet with its it's the least Gundam-y looking Gundam when it's not a Gundam. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when it's not in Gundam form, you can't tell it's a Gundam at all.
Yeah, it's almost like that's kind of like I think the trick there. That's what they were going for. They were like, oh, it's the Unicorn Gundam. That doesn't look like a normal Gundam. It's like, yeah, well, what about this? And then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that is.
I get it now. Yeah, it does look like a Gundam.
It's the V fin. It's the V fin and the little chin, the little goatee that really makes a Gundam a Gundam.
Yeah, you need those. Yeah.
The gold V fin.
What's your next mobile suit?
My next mobile suit is the Gundam F91.
Ooh,
I know, a little more off the beaten path of a choice, and like also a mess of a movie, but like a cocaine-filled ramp through crazy mobile suit times. Also, you get to see like a lady get bonked on the head by a giant piece of rubble and die.
Yeah.
Which is like for some reason lives in my head. But like when I say bonked on the head, like it's this giant piece of rubble and it like hits her on the head and bounces off.
It was the shell from one of the like bullets.
Oh, that's right. It was the bullet casing from one of the Zakus or whatever that's firing, and then
it just bounces off her head.
That would have crushed her. That would have definitely crushed her. Yeah. But the design of the F91 is a good one.
Yes,
it's also kind of it's again kind of like you said with the Unicorn. It's kind of not super Gundam-y in a weird way.
I really like that design. It's like, I would compare it to like a classic sports car.
Yeah.
With like the fenders and the like cooling vents and stuff like that.
That's definitely what they were going for, I'd say. And
Mhm.
like, yeah, it just got this cool look to it. I like the font of the F91 on its shoulders too. Like,
It's very extra. Like it's like what? Oh,
Oh.
what Gundam is that? Oh, it's the F91.
it's very like late 80s, early 90s
Mhm.
design. Very
Yeah.
much so. And I am here for it, actually. It's sweet. I should watch that movie again when I have 2 hours to just be like on the edge of my seat trying to comprehend what's happening before me. It sounds like a fun time. What's your next
Also-
one, Cole?
I was
go
just going to say, also just one more thing to go from like one of the biggest Gundams to one of the smallest. The
Yeah,
F91
yeah,
is
it's tiny.
just a little guy.
Yeah.
Tiny, relatively speaking. It's still quite large. I got one
it
last
is-
one.
Yeah, me too. But the F91 is exactly 15 meters. So it's 7 meters shorter than the Unicorn, which I believe is 22 or 23.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
All-
the pilot's name is Seabook. Seabook Arno.
Yeah.
Great names in Gundam.
That is an absolute just made up name.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and all of them are dwarfed by Unit 1.
Yeah, Unit 1's massive. Like
The
truly
Evangelions
insane.
are enormous. My last one, I gotta do it to you. I gotta do it to you, Mike.
Do it. Do it to me.
Char's Zaku,
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah,
red
yeah,
comet Zaku. It's a
Yeah.
classic. It's not even really red. It's like pink.
Yeah. It's
it's
weird.
It's sweet. It's one of my favorite kits, actually. One of maybe not my favorite kits, but one that I put in so much work on the build that I'm actually like proud of. You know,
Mhm.
when you build something and you're like, I did good work on this one.
Yep.
And yeah, that would be my last one. Lots of work put into it, and it's Char's main mobile suit. Not
Yeah.
really.
I'm not. I get it. I'm just not a huge Zaku guy for some reason. Something about the design just doesn't. Maybe it's
I
the
know what you
mono.
mean. I know what you mean. It just works for Char's Zaku.
Yeah,
with
that's the only one
commander
that
fin on
specifically-
it,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
mono eye and everything.
it's so
yeah.
iconic too. It's so
Yeah.
iconic. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's like the OG. It's the OG classic red comet, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I would recommend everybody watch Gundam Origin as well. Really good. And also maybe an improvement on Char's Zaku design as well, because it's actually red and not pink. But I also like the pink aspect of it, where it's like,
Mhm.
did you guys just run out of red paint and had to water it down with some white or what?
Well,
Probably.
Probably.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Mike, I guess you got one more, and I think that pretty much eats up our first half, I think.
I think it does. We didn't expect this question that we totally didn't know was coming.
Mhm.
It lasts so long, to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. For my last Gundam, I'm tossed up between a few. I'm gonna go with the first one that comes to the head here. I'm gonna go with Gundam Mark II. It's called.
Ooh, okay.
It's actually it's also from Zeta Gundam. It's the main Gundam from Gundam Zeta Gundam before the Zeta Gundam becomes a thing.
It's the
it's
main
like
Gundam from Zeta Gundam that isn't the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, because I think, if I remember right, I think the Zeta Gundam gets developed during the course of Zeta Gundam. Like they don't start off with it.
Yeah. They steal
you only get-
the Mark II, which also, just a quick question. Do you like OG Mark II paint scheme, or do you like when they repainted?
I'm trying to think of when they repainted it.
Because they
Gundam
repainted
Mark
into like a
II.
more traditional Gundam paint scheme with like the white and the red and the yellow and the blue. But the OG one is like that navy blue dark.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I like the repainted one. I don't.
Oh,
like
you
the
do?
navy blue. I don't. Like
Oh
the
no,
navy
that
blue.
was when they stole it. It was navy blue,
Yeah.
and then they
And then
painted.
you're
into
right. Then they
yeah.
repaint it. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
then it's really the Gundam.
Yeah,
I like because they steal it from the Titans, and that's called the Titans colors or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah,
I like the Ayug.
I like those that color scheme. It's very tactical.
Of the navy blue.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense for sure. It's a smarter, like, the actual Gundam colors are a terrible design for a weapon of war in space, because it's like, oh, we're just making a thing that's like the most noticeable thing in the blackness of space.
Yeah, it just stands out.
Yeah.
Like there's that MG. Oh, there's that MG mobile suit. That's those same colors, that like dark blue and gray. I
Okay.
have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love those colors. They're really cool.
Yeah.
They remind me of like Ghost in the Shell for some reason.
Okay.
I think it's that tacticalness to it.
It feels more real, I guess. It feels grittier to see it like in an actual, like, this is probably like an actual what the color would be for a real life mobile suit.
Yeah.
I would feel.
I'll even throw props to the like 8th MS team colors.
Yeah, that would be also on my list too.
Yeah.
It's very,
I got a bone to pick with that whole concept. But I like those designs.
What
I
whole
like those color
concept?
schemes. The whole concept of like Amuro Ray is up in space in the Gundam. Meanwhile, at the same time, there's this whole team of Gundams on Earth fighting. So it just kind of ruins the specialness of the Gundam in the 1 Year War.
We've talked about this before though, Cole, and you have this thing in your head that the Gundam, there is a Gundam, the Gundam.
It should be in that specific time period. The Gundam should be left alone as the Gundam.
I mean, from like a TV show aspect, yes. But like, I think when you look into the lore, there's like alternate versions of the Gundam that he stole as well. Like they were all developed at the same time.
Yeah, whatever.
And even the Gundam itself is the RX-78-2, which means it's the second RX-78.
Let me just say, as another shout out, I think we both have to bring up the RX-78.
Oh, the Granddaddy Gundam.
Yeah. All-timer classic as well.
And like the other thing is they've also like revisited it a bit, because like if you look at like old Gundam stills, not a super pretty looking mobile suit or anything, because it's very wonky back then. But like they've fixed it over the years in the current. They really need to redo Gundam, like a rebuild of Gundam. That'd be sweet.
I think the best looking RX-78 is like the modern interpretation of it as a Gunpla kit.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a perfect blend between like the old and the new.
It's still kind of nostalgic, but like in a cool, like it's still, but it looks cool. It doesn't look exactly wonky.
Yeah. I do like the redesign that they did as well for the new show.
Yeah.
G-Quarks.
Yeah,
but
I do like that too.
It works in that universe, but I think I still like the other redesigns more. Real quick.
I agree. Yeah. If I had to throw out another last, like a runner-up, I'd throw out the Freedom Gundam. I really like the Freedom. I have one.
Gundam.
It's
that's from like the...
It's right there. Oh, you can't really see it. But it's it's from Seed. Specifically like the MG Freedom Gundam version 2 that they came out with. They kind of slimmed it up a little bit and made it look a lot... It's a very, very nice looking kit. I'm assuming that they made it look like that when they did the redo movies that just came out, or Seed Remastered or whatever the heck it is. But yeah, super cool suit. It's very like indicative of the original Gundam too, which is nice. But yes. What were you going to say? Cole? You said real quick.
Yeah. I was just going to say a couple honorable mentions I just want to throw out as well. Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the name. The Megazord from Power Rangers. Come on, I'm a 33-year-old man. I love me my Power Rangers and Megazord, and everyone's favorite mech, the AT-AT from Star Wars.
That's technically a mech.
No, what I was going to ask though, Mike,
is that
just really
Unit 1?
Really quick. What is your favorite Gunpla that you've built?
Oh,
what's the best Gunpla that you've built? I should say.
Perfect grade Strike Freedom, or perfect grade Perfect for Freedom. What the hell is that called? Perfect Strike. Yeah,
I gotta say the pinnacle,
that or this EXS right here.
I gotta say the pinnacle of Gunpla for me was the Barbados MG that was released a few years ago.
Kit.
Such a good kit. Really posable, lots of like pistons and stuff. Yeah, really cool. Let us know what your favorite
you tell us.
Gunpla is. Yeah.
Yes. And also, Cole, quick fact for you.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is taller? the AT-AT, the AT-AT from Star Wars,
Yeah.
or the EVA Unit 1?
I'm going to say EVA Unit 1 by quite a bit.
It's double. And then in the rebuilds, it's 4 times as high. Apparently in the rebuilds, it's 80 meters.
Yeah.
80 meters?
Absurd.
That's absurd. It's
a little much.
Excuse me. That's a little much.
That's a little
much. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think the AT-AT is that big. It's
20
it's
meters,
basically
it says.
like, it's basically
It's
like
actually
a tank with legs.
It basically is about the exact same height. It says 22.5 meters, which I think the unicorn's like 23. So I think, it's like basically looking the unicorn in the eye.
Yeah. To be clear, the AT-AT is the 4-legged one on Hoth.
Yes. Yeah. What's the AT-ST? It's way
That's
smaller.
the chicken walker. This is the colloquial.
Only 9 meters.
Yeah.
This one
that's
says
not very
it's
big.
6. Yeah, no, it's not very big. I love that design though. Actually, I like it more than the 8. I like the AT-ST more than I like the AT-AT, to be honest with you.
It's I could hear arguments. The AT-ST is a cool one, but the AT-AT is just so
cool.
hulking,
so wonky. Yeah. And that level in N64 Star Wars game when you have to like trip them up by tying the little guide wires around the legs.
Yes.
Iconic.
Shadows of the Empire. I played that level millions of times.
Yeah. That's the only level I think I played on that game, to be honest with
you. Pretty much me too. We got more questions for after the break. Quite a few more. Actually.
Actual questions, not from us. I mean, they're all questions not from us. Yeah.
Yeah, these are from you, the listener, and not that Mike made up 5 minutes before we
for sure not
recording.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. Let us know your top 5 mobile suits. Let us know your answer to all of these questions that we're going through. We want to know. And I forgot to do it, I guess, because Jay's not here. Subscribe, all of that stuff.
Like, subscribe, and actually, please do, because it really does help us out. It helps people find the podcast. It helps us grow, and also join our Discord, man. Discord's where it's at. We're always in there. Right now, I think for I said last week that you're basically out of time, but I think you still have a little bit of time, because basically we're going to stop taking answers for the reviews just before we record the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we record on Fridays. If it's not Friday yet, you probably still have time to submit them. But in our Discord, in the announcements channel, we're actually taking your options for our next reviews. We're going to review something that you want us to review. So,
yeah. Not you can torture us or show us something good.
Maybe. I mean, we get to pick the first 3, but the listener's choice is going to be up to you. You can make us watch something totally absurd.
Exactly.
Or something really good. You don't have to be mean to us.
You could, though. It is more fun. It is more fun to be mean to us. Let's go to an break.
Hey, it's me. I'm taking over the podcast this week, like we always knew I would, to promote, AniPro. If you've been enjoying what you've seen so far and want to see more of us, consider supporting us on Patreon, where you get access to new episodes before anyone else, monthly bonus episodes exclusive to our Patreon, your mailbag questions getting pushed to the front of the line so we'll answer them sooner, and extra votes in our Listener's Choice review polls. But I get it. Not all of you are in a position to support us financially, but you still want to show your support. And I'm happy to say that you still can. Rating us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts helps other potential listeners find us easier. And joining our Discord server is a great way to interact with the hosts more intimately than ever before, or other listeners like you. So what are you waiting for? Support AniPro today, join the community, and remember, keep on keeping on. Whatever. Let's just get back to the episode.
Oh, what is in your moment? He's gone. Wake up.
Welcome back.
Grab your brush, put a little makeup.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. No, we don't put makeup on here. Are you kidding me? Look at us.
I do. That's how I get my skin looking so wonderful in the camera. Not nice and flat, not shiny. Yeah.
I should probably do the same, but I'm not going to ever.
Okay.
Until I get very Till I got
enjoyed
very,
being a big, strong man not wearing makeup.
until I got very, very old, and then I have no choice.
One day Cole will come on the podcast just like
Caked up, yeah,
caked up on a Friday night.
yeah. The
Double caked
Homer
up.
Simpson makeup shotgun just
Yes,
blasting my
blasted.
face. Yeah,
Yeah, lipstick.
Yeah, we got more questions. How was your break, Mike?
Good.
Did you do anything?
Yes, I did. I did the same thing you did, Cole. The same thing we always do. I went pee. And then I filled my water and I came on back. It looks like you grabbed another beer, but I forgot to do that. I ran out of time.
No,
I also rearranged my.
that's
It's gonna confuse the. Well, no, they're gonna notice immediately. But yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was, so I moved it.
it's gonna confuse the listeners. Like they're gonna come back from the break and be like, "What? Who is this?
Oh
Who
my
is this
God.
guy?"
His backdrop's different. But if you look over this shoulder, I don't know. I don't know if it mirrors my video on here or not. There's the Hyaku-Shiki.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's the freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And your Game Boy.
Sazabi and my Game Boy I built. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful unicorn.
And the teeny tiny trophy.
Teeny tiny trophy, which I won for. We award the teeny tiny trophy every year for whoever gets the most. Every year we do our yearly awards, and whoever wins the most awards, like say my show, I get nominated, wins an award, I get a point, and whoever has the most point wins. And guess what? It's just like a validation that my tastes are supreme, and that's why I won it. Yeah,
sure.
Good luck this year, Cole. Good luck.
Yeah.
I look forward to hoisting it yet again this January.
Yeah, me too. I've got more questions here that I've collected myself.
Yeah, mailbag submissions anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because notably, the first one is not a question, right?
The first one's not a question, but I feel like I should play the drop again.
Yeah.
It's time for the mailbag.
Just be thankful I'm not playing the drop after every question or before every
please.
question.
Don't do that.
I'm
yeah,
gonna do
before.
I'm
don't do
I'm-
that.
I'm
no,
gonna do
don't do that. Don't do it.
This one's a it's not really a question like we said, but we felt like it was listen, this is a good example of the mailbag doesn't have to be questions. It can just be things that you want to say to us.
Yep.
If they're nice. If they're really mean, we're obviously not gonna
But yeah, like I agree with you, Cole. I do kind of like the idea of the mailbag not always being a question. I like the idea of it just being kind of feedback or just kind of like like basically a statement. Yeah. Or like maybe we could have like a prompt one time and people just tell us. I don't know.
Tell us a
I
thing.
don't know. We're old. We're learning. We're 3 years into this. We're learning things.
Yeah.
Maybe mailbag doesn't always have to be a question.
Dear AniPro, how are you? I just had a delicious meatball sub. Goodbye.
Oh man, meatballs. I had spaghetti and meatballs for supper right before we recorded.
Ooh.
Thinking about a meatball sub now. That would have been delightful too. Didn't
I'm
have
gonna
the sub bread though.
I'm gonna get a meatball sub. Still to this day, 33 years old. Never had a meatball sub.
Really? Oh, we should go out and eat some meatball subs together. Let's go get some balls of meat on bread together, boy.
Just like piles of them. Just
so many.
stacking wood. But
Come over. I'll get some sauce. We'll have some bread and some balls, and we'll have a good time. Some mozzarella on there.
Yeah. Be a big saucy mess.
Messy. We'll have to take off our shirts. That's the only way you can eat a meatball sub without wrecking your shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This comes from Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, new listener, Cube here. I've been listening to the newest episode about mono, and you mentioned about how it was Afro's first 4-koma, and I hate to be that guy, but that's not accurate. I'm actually. We're getting this from a listener. I don't think so.
No, they get a pass to actually us, Cole.
Yeah, okay.
It's when we actually each other that's not allowed.
I first ran into Afro when I was reading the wonderful Madoka spin-off manga, and Afro penned my favorite one, Puella Magica Homura Tamura, which is a 4-koma manga that looks at, spoilers for Madoka Magica, other timelines that Homura experienced while trying to save Madoka. These are very much goofy and weird with some wild alternate realities. Maybe it's a manga you guys can check out sometime. It's kind of on the lighter side of Madoka with some very interesting storylines. I look forward to listening to more of your podcasts. Well, thank you so much, Cube. We appreciate
Thank you
the
very
feedback.
much. Yeah.
If there's one thing I hate if there's nothing I hate more in this world than being corrected, unless it's from a wonderful listener. So
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass. Mike's expression just went from "Oh no, Cole, shut up" to "Oh, okay."
I was like, oh God, is he going to do this usual rant about how he hates everybody? But no, he saved it this time. And like, frankly, the idea of like a Madoka Magica spin-off where it's just like all the other timelines kind of interests me a little bit. I like that. I might check out that manga. That's
yeah, I might check that out too.
Especially like more Homura is not a bad thing in your life.
I also like Afro's like sense of humor generally. So I think yeah, this could be like a nice melding of genre and humor, and more for coma, I guess, as well, which is maybe something we need more of in our lives, Mike.
I think it might be hard to find this spin-off manga though, because something about it just feels untranslated to me. You know, no, we might have to sail for it, but that's okay.
Yeah, Cube, you'll have to let us know.
Yeah, Cube will have to send us physical copies of it.
USB
USB drives. Yeah. CD-ROMs.
Don't send us USB drives. I'm sorry to anyone who sends us a USB drive. We are not going to be viewing USB drives.
Oh, okay.
Just
I didn't realize you had
up.
such a strong stance on USB drives.
That's pretty dangerous.
It is. You can pretty easily yeah.
If you picked up a USB drive that you found on the street, would you plug it into your computer, Mike?
I'm stupid, so yes.
Okay, fair.
But fair enough. You shouldn't do that because you can pretty easily get like USB drives that you plug into a computer and it fries a computer. So Cole is correct. I'm an idiot, and it's funny because like I'm kind of the tech guy, so I probably should know better. But I'm also curious like a cat. I'm curious like a cat, Cole.
Yeah,
that's why they call
I guess
me
if you got like a burner computer, I guess throw it on there, see what happens.
Plug in your work computer. Who cares about that computer?
That's true.
It breaks.
It's true. If my boss is listening, I won't do that.
He won't do that unless it's I can't do that actually. My work computers will not let me plug anything into them.
Really?
It's like they're on lockdown. Yeah.
Oh.
You have to like request permission to plug a USB drive into them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. We got another question here. Let me just quickly play this drop.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm so worried. I'm like, I'm going to hate this drop by the end of it.
This one comes from the tribal chief of the Mailbag, Kratos.
Ooh, knowledge.
He's got a question. My question is, what are we not telling Jay?
Well,
how do we? Listen, when we see you at Icon, Kratos, we'll tell you then.
Yeah,
we'll tell you. Because we'll wait for Jay to go buy me a pork bun, and then we'll tell you at that point.
Yeah. Because like, frankly, he's not on this one, so he might listen to it, and we can't possibly let him know. We can't let him know.
Yeah, there's too much risk. For him, there's a good chance of him finding out the secret that we can't.
And have you seen Jay when he's angry? It's truly scary, and I do not want that for me. Or you.
He stomps his feet. Which is just right off the bat. That's like, it's similar to like when a beaver is being threatened, it like slaps its tail on the ground. Jay does that, but it's much more threatening and frankly destructive. He did that once, and I had to move. That's how I ended up in this house.
Hole in the floor.
Yeah. I got evicted. Next question comes from Zero's producer son, another friend of the pod. Well, Zero's, we haven't heard from him in a while. Zero's, we're due for Hot Pot, by the way. Just saying.
You know what? He did message me, and we need to arrange something. So it's kind of actually, it's not on him on this one. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me.
Okay. Well, Mike, get on it.
I'm busy.
He's got a question.
Yes, we should. I want Hot Pot. Yes. What's Zero's question?
Is AniPro AI generated? Well, we can't tell you because there will be signs that may or may not be related to what we're not telling Jay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one of us in person? Have you ever seen our hands?
Have you ever seen all three of us in the same room at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real talk though, like our podcasting app has this option where we can like, it's like it'll take your recordings and like generate an AI version of your voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hit that button because like once I hit that button, there's no going back.
I know what you mean, but like, I'm sure there's enough recordings of us online at this point.
Oh, that's a good
make
point.
a AI version of us.
I wonder if they could, because I feel like by having multiple hosts, like it might make it more difficult than just if it was just like one guy talking podcast.
Maybe.
But maybe I'm a rube. Maybe I'm a simpleton and just don't.
Well,
honestly, Frank,
you do want to plug in USBs that you find.
Yeah, I do want to put in. I do want to put street flash discs into my computer, so that you're onto something.
Into your computer. Oh,
yeah.
I thought you plugged them in somewhere else.
Where?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Now we got more questions here. This one's from Mog.
Real questions. Yeah.
Real questions. Well, those were real questions. Those were real.
Okay. They were not AI generated, obviously. Yeah.
Those were real questions. If you could make any anime a musical, which would you choose? What would you choose? Now,
oh boy.
See, the thing is, when we do a mailbag wrap up episode, we don't really review the questions beforehand. So we got to come up with these answers off the top of my head. So what I'm trying to do right now is kill a little bit of time while Michael scrambles to think of
Oh, I thought of one instantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe you could say it, and not too quickly though.
I think you'll find mine quite. I think it actually, like, it's going to sound weird at first, but hear me out on this.
Okay.
Death Note.
Oh no! I just thought of that too.
Why is Death Note the most like, just picture like Light and L and like having their like mental battles, but instead of like they'll be like staring at each other and then they'll turn and look at the camera and start singing.
It's very
I don't
like
know, there's something about it.
It's very Les Mis. I think it's because like we're anime podcast hosts, so we're like, okay, what would be like the wildest one? It's like, Death Note. It's like the least musical, but the least likely to be a musical that still works.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go with Code Geass then, just for the benefit of them basically being the same thing, but mine has mechs in it.
But I feel, Code Geass is just Death Note with mechs and, but like that one also kind of works too, because it's like very theatrical. Like they're both very extra, and I feel like that lends itself to a musical.
Yeah.
Like if you did Laid Back Camp, like that wouldn't make sense as a musical because it's very chill. You can't have a very chill musical.
Yeah, it needs to be like very anime, I think.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking behind me right now for stuff that would lend itself well. What's that? No, that's not enough from I don't see anything immediately behind me.
March Comes in Like a Lion.
March Comes in Like a Lion, the musical. I'll go with that.
Yeah. No, I genuinely stand by my answer now. Death Note. Honestly, I think it would work. I really do.
The fact that both of us thought of that is probably indicative of its ability to be transformed into a musical.
But they got to bring in the what's his name, Willem Dafoe as Ryuk singing. That is my request for this musical.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe. He played the Shinigami in the live action Netflix Death Note.
Yeah, he did.
Which is just like a total waste of his talents, but it's great at the same time.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe, great guy.
Yeah, awesome
great.
Guy. Maybe I don't know him. I don't know about him personally, but great actor.
Yeah, no, I should say
I know nothing about him as a person.
He's always a delight to see. I love him.
Yes. Seems like a good guy too.
Yeah.
He
gives me like less insane Jeff Goldblum vibes.
Yeah, because like Jeff Goldblum's like a little too far out there sometimes nowadays. I feel
still a delight to see, but like he's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you just want to be just like simmer down just a touch. Turn it down one knob, maybe.
Yeah, can you just turn down the crazy? Please.
What about a Silent Voice, the musical? No. Oh, Cole, you know the other one that would be good? And I know you're also a fan of this property?
What?
Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, Oh,
Wouldn't that make a great musical?
like an opera?
Yeah, like actual space opera.
Yeah, that would work. That would be cool.
That'd be sweet. You'd have Reinhardt just going hard.
Have a
in the
beautiful
paint.
voice. Yeah,
He would. He would.
Hard in the paint.
And then what's his name? The other guy would have he would be kind of like the less of the talented singer.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's a Chinese name.
It is.
You
know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah,
I need to really
the other
finish.
guy.
I never did watch the last thing that came out for Dainutez. I really need to check.
Me neither. I'm still waiting
Yeah.
for the audiobooks that I haven't them to continue with the audiobooks. Yeah, because those are good audiobooks too.
I really should watch the original Legend of the Galactic Heroes one of these days too, because I always hear so much good stuff, but honestly, Dainutez is pretty accessible.
Yeah, and the original is just
good.
so long. Really good, apparently. It's still hailed as one of the best, but I haven't watched it, which is weird because you and I both love that kind of sci-fi. I like other kinds of sci-fi too, but that is something I think in our Venn diagram is an overlap there.
Space operas a little bit, because I feel like space operas ride the nice sci-fi line of being not too dry sci-fi, but also still have kind of political themes and interesting concepts happening. I'm also now just picturing the final scene of the original Gundam when Char and Amuro are dueling. Well, I guess that's half of the Universal Century Gundams that are Char and Amuro dueling in their mobile suits.
But the last scene, where they're in their suits and they're hugging.
Imagine if they were singing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Stop, Mike. Stop.
And then Lala soon flies in.
Oh. No.
There's a lot of anime that could work as musicals. They'd probably do terrible because I don't really like musicals, but
I'm trying to think. Is there any musicals that I like that aren't just Disney movies?
What was that? Wasn't La La Land or something recently?
Yeah, but I haven't seen La La Land.
I haven't seen it. Yeah. I should watch it.
Most recent one I can think of was the Joker sequel, but apparently that was terrible.
That's a musical?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Hollywood. Yeah. Hollywood, man. That's Hollywood, unbridled Hollywood.
That's
we have
too much.
Full creative control. Maybe the suits should have a little creative control.
Bring a suit in, right? It's like my saying that I'm always listen, you don't want an ultra liberal accountant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want the guy who's gonna save you some money. He's gonna be pretty by the books, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want him doing opera classes on the side. But anyway, yeah.
Next question is also from Zero's producer son. Zero's. I'll get Mike in on the hot pot thing.
Yeah.
This was a question that was submitted on Mother's Day, so we did miss the boat on that, but I feel like it's a good question. Best mothers in anime, and why none of them compare to Yasuko from Toradora. First of all, she is the best mother in anime. I really
honestly,
like Yasuko.
It's frankly, Zeros, you've hit on something, because Yasuko is one of the best moms in anime, honestly.
Mm-hmm. My favorite mom in anime is Mami Misato, though. That's who I'm going with.
It's valid.
That's what I'm going with. No, classic Cole move. I look behind me to see if there's anything that I can.
Classic Mike move. I quickly Google best anime moms just to remember what some anime moms even are. There's obviously there's one that came up here that I really like immediately. Wolf Children, the mom and Wolf Children. I don't know if you've seen Wolf Children, Cole.
Yeah, I saw it with you, Mike.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
because I feel like she's very she's a very real feeling mom. She's raising these two kids as best she can, and there's struggles, but she's through it all, there's still this undercurrent of love and not always understanding, but still supporting, which I feel is that's classic mom move, you know?
Yeah. I like the mom too in the dragon manga. Ruri Dragon? Ruri Dragon?
Oh, yeah, Ruri Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. I like her mom. Same kind of thing. Like she's just very like chill, and she's like kind of just trying to help her daughter get through being a dragon. You know,
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Another shout out too is from Erased. Sachiko is her
Oh
name.
yeah.
She's
the main
great.
guy's mom,
Main
not
guy's
the
mom
not
there.
the bad mom, the good mom.
The good mom. Yeah.
Yeah, the bad mom would not make my list of best moms.
No. What are you giggling at?
Oh,
by the way,
I was just giggling at what I said.
The list of anime moms that I looked up has Yui Ikari on it. Shinji's mom, which is just like, what?
Well, I mean, definitely a better mom than Shinji's dad.
Then Gendo is a dad? Well, yeah, yes. Hey,
Oh
wrong
my God.
there, partner.
Okay, just pump the brakes here. So I was just trying to Google best moms in anime.
Oh, no. Did your auto search sell you out or what?
No, I
Autocomplete?
accidentally searched best moms in mom.
Ooh, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's anime. That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, while you're searching, I'll give you another one that I think is a great pick of awesome mom. Kyoko Honda from Fruits Basket, Toru's mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's not
Right.
really like in it very much, but just based on like kind of the background information. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah.
And like,
you know who
when
else
you
is
do
an
find out more about her, it really does like, yeah, she's awesome. What's up?
You know who's
Cole?
an
What's your
underrated
next one?
mom?
Who?
Everybody always harps on her. Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball.
Okay, you're gonna have to sell me a little bit on that one. A little bit.
Well, everybody kind of harps on Chi-Chi, and it's like, oh, just let Goku train and force the protection of the world on your child, Chi-Chi. What do you mean you don't like that? What do you mean you want your child to just be like really good at school and have like a good education,
a normal life, basically.
Yeah.
That's you've sold me, because Goku's like actually a terrible dad.
Yeah.
The other thing too is like, basically because of like everyone always complains that Gohan's like not fighting anymore, and it's like, the dude has like a family and a career. Like,
yeah,
he's doing pretty good actually.
Yeah, he's trying to study bugs or something.
Yeah, whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a special mention. Here's a special mention.
What's
Akari Kawamoto from March Comes In Like a Lion, the eldest sister. She's not
really
a mom, but she's
kind
of. Yeah, she's raising the other two sisters and helping Ray and stuff. I like that one. That's a good one. Also, it gives me a chance to talk about March Comes In Like a Lion. So obviously,
I mean, yes. I also just found a list called the most attractive anime moms ranked. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. What do you think the number one is, Cole?
Mommy Misato better be.
Well, I bet you she's not going to be on the list.
She's not on the list. Most attractive. That one from the that anime. The like, do you love your mom and her 2-hit combos or something like that?
I feel like that's going to be too obscure for the list.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay, I'm at number 2. And number 2 is the Nakano mom. Which I feel like that's just cheating. That's cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not at number 1. Who's the hottest anime mom?
Hottest anime mom. Bochi's mom.
I'm going to go Bulma.
Bulma. That's a good one. I like
Bulma's a great mom too, actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's something about Bulma that just like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I know.
Oh, dang it.
Who is it?
I don't know who this is. Asmodeus Amaryllis is the charming succubus of the netherworld.
What?
What is she from? Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun.
Boo!
Don't know that one, to be honest with you. So I have no take on that.
Awful list. Okay, here.
Komi's mom is on this list. So is Ai Hoshino. And
hottest mom.
Yours a good choice.
Oh, Yard Forger. Yeah. Now I gotta find.
It's funny though that's very like. I feel like that's such like a visualization of what anime is we typed in anime moms and the first thing that came up was hottest anime moms. It was like the second result.
Bulma's on this list. She's 17.
Okay.
On here.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that I thought was number 1 is also on this list. She's 14. I don't really care for this list, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Which one are you looking at?
It's cbr.com.
Was it the most attractive anime moms? Is that the one you're looking
Prettiest anime moms ranked.
at? Yeah, that's the one I was
Yeah.
looking at too.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for the
Who
list
even
either.
who even is this number one? Come on, CBR.
I need to watch Demon School or Rumakun, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that reason?
I don't know. Figure out what's going on. She must be pretty good. She must be a pretty good mom.
She must be very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. This
Move
one's
on,
from
move on,
Opie
onward.
Master Ash. Speaking of pretty moms.
Yeah, that's right.
Opie Master? Whatever. I'm trying to think of something.
That was a loose thread that you pulled on.
Yeah.
Kind of just unraveled.
In the spirit of the NBA and NHL playoffs, they're going. They're going right now. Who are some anime or manga characters that you think would make good and horrible head coaches?
Oh, head coaches.
Good head coach, Mike? Come on. Who's the first one that pops into your head for a good head coach? And if it's not who I'm about to say, I'm gonna come over there and steal all your
Lelouch
things.
v. Britannia.
No, you fool, Ervin Smith.
Oh, dang it.
He
You're
literally
Erwin.
convinced a bunch of people to ride into their death. I would run through
My
a wall for
soldiers
that man.
ride. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I'd run through a wall for that man.
And he's like also a strategist too. So like that actually is like an excellent pick. That's an excellent pick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like another good
Lelouch
choice, and
though.
because Lelouch kind of has a similar thing. He's kind of he's very charismatic. Would he wear the mask on the sidelines though? Is the question. And would he be an NHL? He wouldn't be an NHL coach. He wouldn't fit in as an NHL coach. He'd fit in as an NBA coach. I think more.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
I think he would fit in as a football coach
Maybe.
because it's more like the coaching in the NFL has more weight than any other sport. I think because it really is like you play your pieces and then they just move at each other, right?
Yeah.
Where like NBA and hockey is like very fluid. Like really all the coach does is like kind of drop some like loose plays and kind of get the lineup together.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because
I think
football's more like chess. Yeah, that's true.
in that
American
sense.
football.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the other split side of this of like who would be a bad NBA or NHL coach. I kind of have a good take on who'd be a bad one, and then like a counterpart of theirs that would be a good one.
Okay.
I think Goku would be a terrible coach.
Yeah.
Because he's not
that's a good
strategic
take.
at all.
Yeah.
You know,
He'd
he's
just be
gonna be like,
just
go be better than them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Just
like,
go be
okay,
better than
well,
them.
that's not very constructive in your feedback.
Yeah. And
Once
then
again,
Vegeta would
I
be
look
actually a good coach.
I look around my room for bad coaches. I'm going with Hitori Goto, aka Bochi from Bochi.
Yeah, okay.
Terrible
Shinji
coach.
Ikari, probably also terrible coach.
No, Shinji's smart at least. Like Bochi is
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
like
Just only good at guitar,
yeah.
basically.
Oh no, sorry, I'm mixing up Shinji with Rei from March Gibbs and Like a Lion. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Shinji
Yeah.
would be a terrible coach as well. No confidence.
Yeah, he would just be curled up in a ball on the sideline.
Yeah, stop yelling at me. Yeah.
Stop yelling at me. Just picturing like a hockey coach, the players are yelling at him. He's like, no,
Stop. I'm doing my best. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier to answer bad coaches because it's like just pick
There's so many of them.
mostly
Yeah.
any anime character.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be a bad coach. It's
But you
the
kinda
good
need-
coach that's more difficult, I think.
You need leadership. You need strategy a little bit. Holo? I'm looking behind you. I see Holo figure there. Holo
would
the
be
Wise
a
Wolf.
charismatic coach, I think. She'd be a player's coach, I think.
She's cunning too. She's cunning. She has good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she would bother to like learn the ins and outs of the game. You know. But
Yeah.
like in the anime, she kind of like bothers to learn the ins and outs of trade because she's kind of
That's
like
true.
humoring Lawrence. You know.
That's true.
Yeah, I think she'd be a good coach.
I'll go with the Major from
Ghost in the
Ghost
Shell.
in the Shell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'd be a good coach. Because she kind of like already leads a team and she's quite tactical in that sense as well.
It kind of makes sense.
And she'd be like a hard ass, you know? She'd be a good hockey coach, just like yelling at everybody all the time.
Yeah, I think so too. Char Aznable.
Mhm.
This is kind of like a Gundam themed episode a little bit. I think
That-
he'd be
that-
quite a coach because he's got the charisma and the strategy as well. And also he'd have to go into to a red team. Like the team would have to have, he'd go for the Detroit Red Wings or something.
The Red Wings,
yeah.
I was gonna say the Montreal Canadiens, but come on, let's be real. It's the Red Wings.
Yeah,
they're all in red.
Yeah.
And which basketball team would he go to then?
Oh, but if he went to the Canadiens, their logo literally is a C.
That's true.
And
I feel like the Red Wings would be a more appropriate.
Yeah, it's the Red Wings. Sure. He's the Red Comet. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah.
But which basketball team? Let's turn this question into which team would Char coach in each of the major four professional sports
okay, there we
teams.
go. That'll be how we end this question.
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of the Bulls. I was trying to think of a different team, but yeah, the Bulls probably.
I was just trying to think of a team that wears red. Is that the Pistons or the Rockets, apparently?
No, I think Bulls. If those are the options. Football. American football
that wears red.
The Cardinals?
Maybe the Cardinals? Maybe. I would have also said the 49. 49ers would make a lot of sense.
With the gold too?
Fit. Yeah,
49ers.
49ers. He'd be the 49ers coach. Actually, you know what? Shanahan kind of gives me Char Aznavour vibes a little bit. That kind of makes sense, actually.
You get the red jersey, and then you get the gold Hyaku-Shiki pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've nailed it. Yeah, and he's wearing like the Quattro Bagina outfit for this one, for sure.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Now here's the tough one, Mike.
Okay.
MLB.
Oh, I have no clue. Char? Yeah. I couldn't even name you a bunch of MLB teams, to be real.
Yeah. Well, I know baseball, but I can't think of like their uniforms. So let me look here. Oh, the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You've nailed it. You've nailed it.
Yeah.
Plays for the bad guys. Yep.
Yeah. No one really wears colored uniforms in basketball. It's usually white or
baseball.
Gray. Baseball. So yeah, I got to go Red Sox because they're red.
That's about as close, but they still also wear gray.
But it's in the name.
You're right. Yeah.
Same thing with the Red Wings, right? It's right there. It's right there. Yeah. Honestly, I could probably see him doing the Yankees. So like it's the evil empire.
Yeah, because he's gonna take he technically takes the side of the underdog in the anime, but he's also kind of the bad guy. So it's kind of
this next question is from ominously named the one who sees all.
Okay.
How high must a review score be for you to consider giving the product a chance? Oh. So I think this isn't necessarily an anime thing. So most products.
Let's do both. I was going to say, let's do anime and let's do like if you're on Amazon or something.
Okay,
you're,
perfect.
Browsing, you're shopping. Yeah. That's a very weird way to word that. I like it though. Product.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. For anime, like if I'm just browsing on like AniList, it's got to have like a pretty good score for me to consider watching it. Probably like an 8, like an 80, to be honest. If I'm just going to cold walk in and start watching.
That's what I was going to say too. If it's like I'm like just straight up looking for something to watch out of the blue, totally cold, like no recommendation, nothing. Yeah, it's probably got to be an 8 or better for me to like think like this stands out above the crowd enough that I'm going to watch this random thing that I've never heard of before. But like if say my good buddy Jay or my good buddy Cole comes up to me or someone in Discord is like, oh, I think based on everything I've heard, I think you might like this. I would say I'd lower that by a point. I'd say if you recommend me something and it's a 7, I'm in. Yeah. I'm in. Yeah. But if you recommend me something and it's like a 6 or 6.5 or something like that, I'm starting to like,
starting to second guess. Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah. Oh, agreed. 100% with what you said. If it's cold, I want it to be high. If it's a warm review from Mike or Jay or someone that I respect,
not those first two.
Bit.
Yeah.
I'll lower that score a little bit.
The other factor too is like it matters what they're recommending. Like if I recommend to Cole, for example, if I recommended I'm like, oh, cool, Cole, there's this like very comfy slice of life show where a bunch of like cute girls do cute things. It's like very healing and warm.
I don't even need to look at the score.
Right. You're like, okay, if it's even remotely positively reviewed, I'm probably in.
Yeah.
But if I say to you, you got to check out this action shonen anime, you're going to check out the score and it better be an 8, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be high. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Yeah, you factor that in as well, but if we were just talking pure score, yeah, I think 80s if I'm going cold, 70s if I'm going warm, I think.
Yeah.
And then sorry for like Amazon. So Amazon reviews are tricky because people either rate it a 5 or a 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Or let's say, okay, we'll do Amazon, and I got one more speed round too. Okay.
Okay, sure. I'd probably say like 4.3 would be the benchmark that I would look for, I think.
Yeah. Especially, I look for, honestly, for Amazon, I look for more that if it depends how many reviews there are more than I think the actual rating. Because like if I see it has 30 reviews and it's like a 4.8, to me that's not as good as a 4.3 with 1,000 reviews, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's usually how I look at like online shopping reviews.
I also morbidly go to bad reviews.
No, actually that's a very valid point, and like I like laughing at bad reviews too.
Because a lot of them are like, I got this, and it wouldn't charge, and it's like, okay, well, you got a dud. Like, that's not really like indicative of the product itself. Like sometimes you get a dud.
Yeah. Have I ever introduced you?
If I see a bad review and it's like the sound quality of these headphones are bad, then it's like, okay, like that's a legit bad review.
Bad review. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a lot of the times, and this is restaurants too. My bonus one was restaurants, but I think like we kind of hit the nail on that. It's kind of the same as Amazon reviews. You go to like the negative reviews, and if they're like stupid and nitpicky, or it's like, and like by the way, when I was in Japan, I was looking at restaurant reviews, and they will give 1 star for the most absurd things.
That I was just going to say, Japanese restaurant reviews are hilarious because it'll be like, it'll either be what you said, or like they complain the whole review, and then they'll be like 4 stars.
Yeah. And nothing's ever a 5. There's no such thing as a 5-star review.
Yeah.
But like, but it also happens here, but I love the reviews where it's like, it'll be like, this restaurant was terrible. The waitress, I don't know. I can't even think of something, but like, it'll be like totally like not even related to the food or the restaurant or anything. It's like, I didn't like the booth I sat in. I wanted to sit at a table instead of a booth. 1 star.
Yeah. Or I walked in on a Saturday. I walked into this restaurant that's attached to the mall on a Saturday at lunchtime, and I had to wait 40 minutes to get my food. And it's like, you went like during the lunch rush.
Yeah.
Sorry, you would go anywhere and that would be the thing.
And to bring it back to Japanese reviews, like I swear, like when I was there, I saw some that were like, the waitress only said she welcome and thank you for eating here twice, 1 star. And it's like, what?
Yeah. No,
but like when all the food is that high quality, I guess. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. You can afford to be a little picky when it comes to that stuff. We're just used to getting spit on over here in the West.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I miss the customer service. I miss the customer service over there. It was so nice. Yeah. Everyone's so nice.
Eat your food, dummy. Yeah, that's basically how we're treated here. Next one is next one is from Totally Not Jay. I wonder who this is.
Okay.
How often have you guys thought of a good conversation topics for a segment? Okay, hold on. Let me restart.
Wait, you want me to read you know what? I'm reading this one.
Okay, go ahead.
This one's from please. Totally Not Jay. 100% Not Jay. Interesting name. How often have you guys thought of good conversation topics for a segment on the pod right after you've finished recording? ?
It happens. What usually happens after we're done recording is we sit there and we talk and then we're like, okay, let's adjust the schedule, and that's usually what happens. We don't usually come up with ideas. It's usually just like adjustments. Like, okay, what are we doing next week? Oh,
yeah.
no,
Usually it's like a
kinda
very
shuffle.
brief, like, yeah, to lift the kimono or the curtain here a little bit. Yeah. Usually like by the end of the episode, we're pretty gassed actually.
Yeah.
And like my brain is just numb, especially for like the heavier ones, like the reviews and stuff like that. But like, yeah, if we got some energy, yeah, we'll be talking. And usually it's just like kind of more planning and just kind of like just chatting about stuff more than anything. I heard my Canadian accent on that about right there, about stuff.
About stuff.
I would say that sometimes, maybe 1 in 10 times after an episode, I'll think something will come to me like after I've gone and like ate or something like that, and I'll be sitting there eating, and I'll be like, oh, I wanted to say that on the pod, and then I forgot about it. But I wouldn't say full like segment ideas. Good conversation topics for a segment on the pod. Yeah, so like mostly reviews. I'll find reviews or seasonal episodes. I'll find like I'll be like, oh, I forgot I wanted to mention the OP or something.
Yeah.
But like if we mentioned everything that we wanted to mention, the episodes would be 7 years long. So
doing this podcast really makes me like appreciate. Do you ever like, maybe you don't, but when you watch like a YouTube video of a review or something like that, and then you'll be like, what about this? And they never mention this thing that you thought of. And then you're like, oh, I should do that. Doing this now makes me realize that people just forget stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't think of what you were thinking of, dear listener. It's that I forgot to bring it up.
Yeah. Like
it's a
one
different
famous
animal
one
when you're actually recording with this thing. Yeah.
Especially when you get like the 3 people talking and that just gets distracted so easily. Or like I will think of things sometimes, and like sometimes there's just not a good like point in the conversation to bring it up. So
or
the
conversation, the flow of the conversation has moved on. So you're like, how am I awkwardly going to bring it back to review scores now at this point? Like, you know, yeah, you get it. You understand, Mike.
I do, because I'm also in the same boat. But yeah, like it's like sometimes it's not worth wedging it in for just to make an awkward conversation. Because then what's going to happen? You're just going to say the point, and everyone's going to be like, oh, okay, we'll go back to talking about that other thing now. The cool point, thanks. Yeah. Or like, okay, yeah, you have a quick conversation, then you go, or you just completely, more often than not, you completely forget about it, and then you remember after, and you're like, damn it, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it happens. But usually when we're done recording, it's see you guys next week kind of thing.
Yeah. That's
or do you guys want to go for breakfast? That happens. I say that often. And then I get shot down.
Yeah, because you got mad at me last time we went for breakfast, so we don't go for breakfast anymore.
Did I? What did I get mad at you about? About what?
My baby puking all over your breakfast.
First of all, I didn't yell at you about that, but yes, your baby did puke all over Jay and your pants.
Actually, surprisingly, it only got on me, actually.
Yeah.
Not even on the table.
It was a lot. Listen, I'm sorry if you're listening to this. She's
past that phase.
If you're listening to this while you're eating, I'm sorry, but it was she was a fresh fetus at that point. So
I'm sorry for eating. Here's the word: fresh fetus. Enjoy that while you're chewing on your spaghetti. Yeah,
and your spaghetti on your meatball sub.
I'm curious though what Jay's answer to this one, because I feel like when you submit a mailbag with the name Totally Not Jay. You're winking and nodding, and I suspect that one.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I'll ask him. Maybe it is Totally Not Jay.
That would be a good diversion. Diversion, you know. But
now we're gonna get a bunch of questions from Totally Not Jay.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would actually.
We got one last question, Mike. I would like you to read it.
Okay, our final question of the night is a very serious one, and frankly, Cole, I expect you to take this one seriously and answer with a true and honest heart, okay? This one's from Contract Mailbag Provider. Okay. Which of the 3 hosts of AniPro has the biggest dumpy?
Which of the 3 hosts has the biggest dumpy? Probably me, I think. Just
I was gonna say Jay, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I do have a pretty good dumpy too, but I feel like I don't know. There's something about Jay that I just feel like he's got that horsepower to him.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's true.
I feel like if I had to do like the football drill where like you like try to like tackle him, you know, like to push them out of the way, I feel like he's bulldozing me, no problem.
yeah. I'm specifically talking about the size, though, the girth.
The girth, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to compare gluteus maximuses while we're.
Yeah.
What were we doing before? Eating meatball
Meatball
subs. We'll eat
subs.
meatball subs and compare our
Yeah.
gluteus maximus sizes to each other's.
That'll be like at our table at Icon. We'll have the jar and be like, who has the biggest dumpy?
And then we'll all stand up and show them our dumpies.
Yeah.
And they can vote. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that's what we'll
If you're listening right now, comment. Who do you think has the biggest dumpy on AniPro?
Bearing in mind, Jay did break his chair on air, I think. Was that
I think
on air?
twice. I think even twice. He's gone through multiple. Is he still? You were gracious enough to offer like an old office chair to him, right?
I think he still has that chair. I'm assuming.
We'll have to
it was
check
a
in with
fairly
him.
new chair. Man, my office was gonna throw that chair out, and it was like
I have a friend who's wanting to
a year old.
Literally, yeah. Like, and he's like, I need to buy a chair because I'm sitting on like a terrible little like fold out chair.
Yeah. And I'm like, can I have this chair? And they're like, yeah, if you can take it. It's like, yeah, like you're saying that like it's the most difficult thing in the world.
It's a chair. It's a chair. Yeah.
Nobody wants this. I'll take it.
I know. It's crazy.
I'll throw it at Jay's house when I drive by next. And I did.
Yeah.
And then he got it. And now he uses it. Not right now.
No.
To be clear,
no.
he's not here.
He's hundreds of kilometers away from his chair, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go sit in for him.
Yeah. That's all of the questions that we've collected today, though. So I think we did a good job answering all of the questions and going through every question that we've ever been asked. I can't think of any other questions, but maybe an audience member could think of more questions that they would like to ask us. Mike, how could they ask us more questions?
Well, if they wanted to ask us questions, Cole, well, you can obviously ask mailbag questions at anipropod, anipropod.com/mailbag. That'll take you to the link in which Totally Not Jay submitted their question, and as well as a totally real listener submitted their question. It goes straight to our AniPro email, and we read them, and we put them in the database to be read on here. But you can also submit questions to the podcast by just going to our Discord. Link is in the description of the Discord. And going to the mailbag channel, in which you can just write your mailbag out for everyone to see. If you want to be more private about it, either do the website or just like DM one of us on just Instagram, Twitter, or anything like that. You can submit them. However you can get a hold of us, you can submit a mailbag question. And we're frankly like, we try to be everywhere because that's kind of how you have to be. But
yeah. And don't worry, we're mostly friendly. If you DM one of us on a professional site, we will we will be nice to you.
We are Canadians after all. We will be polite Canadians. At the very least.
Yeah. Horribly, horribly polite.
Yeah.
To a fault.
To a fault, yeah. It's kind of an issue. Like that. I love there's this thing I always call the Canadian standoff, where you have two Canadians just like trying to out nice the other. Like the classic one that I always think of is like when you stop at a 4-way stop, kind of at the same time as someone. And they're like, "Oh no, you go." And then I'm like, "No, you go." And then they're like, It's
or holding the door. You hold the door for somebody, and then they're like, "No, go ahead." And I'm like, "No, I'm holding the door for you."
I'm already holding it. I'm holding it. Yes.
Yeah, that's
nice and stubborn. That is the Canadian way. Yes.
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead B-Dog, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juz, Mogmog, Uncle of Light, and Zaffron. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything's in the description, or at our website, anipropod.com. I think it's tradition here at AniPro that we just throw it to person who would be most inconvenienced to lead us in a round of bye-byes. So
before you do that, Cole,
yeah,
I just want to quickly say that I just quickly checked the dates, and I think we're announcing. I think I think it's too late to submit to our review list. I think we're announcing it next Friday. So
I mean,
we record next Friday, so that's too bad. But if you still put it in there, we'll consider it for the next one. So
yeah. Jay was kind enough to send us a message.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. No, that's okay. And that's all right. You're on this podcast too, Mike. So Jay was kind enough to send us a message. Yes. And I think what we'll do right now is we'll just listen to it here on AniPro, which should start at any time. I think should
so we
start
did
speaking. Oh, there.
Oh. We ranked every single Gundam and determined which is truly the greatest. I didn't think it was possible, and especially when you put two Gundam fans together. I thought arguments would just commence and never stop. You know, like it's just something that would always be disputed, like putting Pokemon fans in the same room and trying to determine which Pokemon is the best. Obviously, it's Suicune. But I mean, hey.
No, Jay, sorry.
People are still going to be wrong about it.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
But I know that my co-hosts, Mike and Cole, still somehow came up with the incorrect choice of who the best Gundam is. So I'm going to grace you with who I know.
He was just supposed to say bye-bye.
They're going to say I'm wrong. Some people in the comments are probably going to say I'm wrong. But the truth is that deep down
You're
that
supposed
I'm
to say
right.
bye-bye. What's this?
The best Gundam of all time. It could be anyone.
How long is this?
There are a lot of good... Big Zam. It's Big Zam.
Oh, God, Jay.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, bye-bye.
That was so extra. Bye-bye.
Oh, Jalen. What the hell are you talking
Jalen.
about? Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.